Hello, Potterheads. Welcome back to Hogwarts is Home. What happened to every Weasley? After Hogwarts, the Weasley family is one of the most loved families in the entire Harry Potter series. They may not have been rich, but they had something far more important: love, loyalty, and courage. Throughout Harry's journey, the Weasleys became his second family. They fought against Voldemort, stood together during the darkest times, and paid a terrible price during the Battle of Hogwarts. But what happened after the war? What became of Arthur and Molly Weasley? What careers did the Weasley children choose? Who got married, had children, and continued the Weasley legacy? Today, we are taking a deep dive into the lives of every member of the Weasley family after Hogwarts. Let's begin. Arthur Weasley. Arthur Weasley spent most of his life fascinated by muggles. From rubber ducks to electricity, everything about the non magical world amazed him. After Voldemort's defeat, Arthur continued working at the Ministry of Magic. The wizarding world was changing rapidly after the war, and Arthur played an important role in helping rebuild relations between magical and non magical communities. Unlike many ministry workers, Arthur never cared about power or status. He simply wanted to make the world better. One of the greatest rewards for Arthur was finally seeing all of his children survive the war and build families of their own. As the years passed, Arthur became a proud grandfather to many grandchildren. Despite everything he had endured, he remained exactly the same kind hearted wizard Harry met years earlier. Molly Weasley. Molly Weasley became a legend after the Battle of Hogwarts. Why? Because she defeated Bellatrix Lestrange, the same Bellatrix who had terrorized the wizarding world for years. When Bellatrix threatened Ginny, Molly stepped forward and delivered one of the most iconic lines in Harry Potter history: "Not my daughter, you bitch!" Moments later, Bellatrix was defeated. After the war, Molly returned to family life. She finally had the peace she had always wanted. For years, she had worried about her children fighting Voldemort. Now she could focus on something happier: watching her family grow. Molly became the heart of an even larger Weasley family as grandchildren filled the burrow with laughter. Even years later, family gatherings at the burrow remained one of the happiest places in the wizarding world. Bill Weasley. Bill was always the adventurous Weasley. Before the war, he worked as a curse breaker for Gringotts and traveled around the world. Even after being attacked by Fenrir Greyback, Bill never lost his confidence. After Hogwarts and the war, Bill remained married to Fleur Delacour. The two built a strong and loving family. They had three children: Victoire Weasley, Dominique Weasley, and Louis Weasley. Bill continued working for Gringotts while helping rebuild the magical community after the war. His bravery and leadership earned the respect of many witches and wizards. Fleur Delacour. Many people underestimated Fleur when she first appeared. Some thought she cared too much about beauty. Others assumed she wasn't tough enough, but the war proved them wrong. Fleur stood beside Bill even after Greyback's attack left scars on his face. She refused to abandon him. After the war, Fleur became an important part of the Weasley family. She balanced motherhood with her strong personality and remained fiercely protective of those she loved. Over time, even Molly Weasley grew incredibly close to her. Charlie Weasley. Charlie is one of the most mysterious Weasleys. Unlike most of his siblings, Charlie never married. His greatest passion was dragons. After Hogwarts, Charlie continued working in Romania with dragon reserves. He spent years studying magical creatures and helping care for some of the most dangerous dragons in the world. While many of his siblings settled down and raised families, Charlie preferred adventure. Many fans believe he simply loved freedom too much to live a traditional life. Even years later, Charlie remained one of the wizarding world's leading dragon experts. Percy Weasley. Percy's story is one of redemption. Before the war, Percy became obsessed with career success. His ambition created a painful divide between him and his family. For years, he barely spoke to them, but during the Battle of Hogwarts, Percy finally realized what truly mattered: family. He returned to fight alongside the people he loved. After the war, Percy worked hard to repair the damage he had caused. Eventually, he married a witch named Audrey. Together, they had two daughters, Molly Weasley II and Lucy Weasley. Percy also continued working at the ministry, where he became a respected official. Though he never completely escaped his serious personality,
Fred Weasley. Fred's story is heartbreaking because his future was stolen by the war. Fred died during the Battle of Hogwarts while fighting for a better world. His death devastated the Weasley family, especially George. The twins had never been separated before. Even years later, Fred's absence could still be felt throughout the family. However, his memory lived on. George named his son after Fred. The Weasley family continued sharing stories about him. And every laugh inside Weasley's Wizard Wheezes became a reminder of the twin who helped create it. Fred may have died young, but he was never forgotten. George Weasley. George faced one of the hardest journeys after the war. Losing Fred changed everything. For a long time, nothing felt the same. But George refused to let Fred's dream die. He continued running Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. The business became one of the most successful magical shops in Britain. Eventually, George married Angelina Johnson. Together they had two children. One of them was named Fred. Although George eventually found happiness again, many fans believe part of him always missed his twin. Still, he carried Fred's legacy forward every single day. Ron Weasley. Ron became one of the heroes of the wizarding world. After Hogwarts, Ron initially worked as an honor alongside Harry Potter. Together they helped capture remaining Death Eaters. However, Ron soon realized his true place was with family. He left the ministry and joined George at Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. The business flourished under their leadership. Ron later married Hermione Granger. Together they had two children, Rose Weasley and Hugo Weasley. Although Ron often doubted himself during his younger years, adulthood proved how capable he truly was. He became a successful businessman, loving husband, and devoted father. Ginny Weasley. Ginny's future was every bit as impressive as Harry's. After Hogwarts, Ginny followed her dream of becoming a professional Quidditch player. She joined the Holyhead Harpies and quickly built a successful career. Later, she transitioned into sports journalism. Ginny eventually married Harry Potter. Together they had three children, James Sirius Potter, Albus Severus Potter, and Lily Luna Potter. Despite marrying one of the most famous wizards in history, Ginny never lived in Harry's shadow. She created her own legacy and remained one of the strongest witches of her generation. The next generation of Weasleys. Years after the war, the Weasley family became larger than ever. The burrow was filled with grandchildren. Family gatherings became legendary. Harry Potter himself officially became part of the family. Through marriages, friendships, and new generations, the Weasley name continued to grow. The family that once struggled financially became one of the most respected families in the wizarding world. Not because they were powerful, not because they were wealthy, but because they always chose love over fear. And that's what happened to every Weasley after Hogwarts. From dragon experts and ministry officials to Quidditch stars and joke shop owners, every member of the family found their own path. But no matter where life took them, one thing never changed. The Weasleys always stood together. So, which Weasley is your favorite? Fred? George? Ron? Ginny? Or maybe Arthur and Molly? Let me know in the comments. And as always, mischief managed.